The wait was definitely worth it. Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Rod from DBZSHFIGS.com, and today I'm bringing to you an unboxing and review of the Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts Cooler Final Form 40th Anniversary Edition. So, as always, just want to remind you that I'm on the road to 5,000 subscribers. Once I reach that milestone, I'll be giving away one of these Tamashii Nation store exclusive Son Goku Innocent Challengers. So if you're watching this, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, because you might even be the one that takes this one home. Also, if you would like to join a community where there's a lot of people that love Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts, and when you talk about the figures all day, share your figure photography, talk about the news and updates, make sure to check out the Discord for the channel, link in the description. But anyways, back to this amazing looking figure. Of course, it was just released September 2025, if you're watching this in the future, for a retail price of $90 before shipping, before taxes, which is a little different from the OG release, which was released back in August of 2021 for $80. So inflation has hit us there. But of course, you also do get an additional 40th anniversary stand with this re-release version of the figure. So I guess maybe if you consider that to be worth $10, maybe it's more valuable to you. But anyways, here we have the box. Of course, looks amazing, looks big. If you happen to have this Tamashii Nations exclusive, here is the contrast in size. It's a pretty big one here. But anyways, just gonna give it a quick little spin for you to look at it. If you happen to have the original release, there isn't much of a change. Of course, you know, now you have a picture with the stand, and you have the additional 40th anniversary text here and the logo here. But as always, make sure to have your Tamashii Nations quality sticker as well as your Toei animation to make sure that you have a legit figure. Without further ado, let's get them out. So here we have the figure in the clamshell. I know a lot of people like to see how all the accessories and the figure are organized within the plastic. So just gonna give it a quick little 360 for you to take a look at that. And you can see, of course, the brand new 40th anniversary stand back there. Pretty cool. Let's get them out. So here we have the figure straight out of the plastic. But before we begin, make sure to check out my website, DBZSHFIGS.com. It's a complete archive of every single release in the Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts line, including the latest releases as the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, as well as the newly announced Super Saiyan Gogeta New York Comic-Con exclusive. But yeah, I'm back to the figure here, and I just gotta say, this guy looks incredible. He's massive. He just really stands out, dude. Everything about this figure looks really cool. I love the blue. You could probably see here because of the light, it like shines a lot. And I could tell you that that's not just because of the camera. Like, it really stands out to me. The purple looks really nice. Right off the bat, you could tell there's some shading in the thigh here. As you can see, is like a darker, almost bluish tone in here compared to like the purple on the outside. The little roughed up areas of his, I don't know what you even call it, chest piece looks really cool. Like he's been, you know, a little battle damage, some scuffs along the way, which gives him a little more detail. All the pointiness of these things, like be careful because these are actually pretty pointy. You could actually potentially hurt yourself just grabbing this figure. And yeah, I mean, everything looks great. Like I said, the figure is massive. Oh man, I'm so excited to add this one to my collection. You could tell about the little details like the black, you know, fingernails there. Pretty cool. Take a look at the face. Straight out of the Dragon Ball Z movie. It looks cool. I mean, that's basically all I could say. I mean, this guy I could already tell you he's gonna have a pretty high shelf presence rating just because he looks amazing. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I just love the contrast of like the purple with the white. It's just, I'm a little biased. I love that color contrast. Let me know in the comments if that's something you like. Sometimes there's figures that just have some really cool color contrast that just automatically makes them look incredible to me. And this is definitely one of them. Again, I love how blue these parts look, like how shiny they look. Pretty cool. There's a space for his tail here. I mean, yeah, I mean, just overall, really excited for this one. I'm glad it finally came out. It's been a while, you know, with premium Bandai's, you have to wait a few months. But yeah, anyways, let's take a look at the accessories included here. So first of all, we have the head here, the face. He has like the armored up mouth, but of course there is an additional head. This head has the non-armor on the mouth, so you could actually see like his lips and his nose on there, which is pretty cool. Although I will say that's basically it in terms of head. You know, he has the closed mouth and the uncovered mouth, and that's it. So if you're looking for a lot of different face plates, this is not the figure for you. Of course, he comes with his tail, which, you know, has to be included. So as always, you see the hole there, you see the peg here. So you're just gonna push it in. Something like that. I'll make sure it's tightened right now, but basically it's on a ball peg here, so you could move it however you want. There's also another ball peg here, so you could have different points of articulation there, just to get the posing right on whatever you want to do. Anyways, let's go to the bottom here. So of course he comes with his, you know, standing upright feet. So he has 3 toes on each foot. But he also does come with these feet, which are like, the toes are bent. So like he could have his foot over like a piece of rock or something, just gripping it. Basically like this, just to display. So you can see the difference here. This one has the toes extended. This one has them curled up. So you could grip something. You could even grip someone's head if you wanted. Then let's move over to the hands. So like most Dragon Ball S.H. Figuarts, he comes out of the box straight with these, you know, punches, ready to fight someone. He also comes with these slightly pointing fingers. So they're not like a straight point, but they're like kind of loose a bit. And he does come with that same hand for both the left and the right arm. So pretty cool. You could point at someone, you could point at himself. He could be like, oh, I'm smart, or whatever you want. Then he also has these kind of open palm hands, but you could be like building a key blast or reaching out for something, or maybe grabbing somebody by the face. Whatever you could think of, you could do it. And then lastly, another set of almost kind of reaching out hands, like slightly almost clenched up hands. You know, he's reaching out, he could grab something, or just put his arms together like he's holding his fist. And then the last accessory, which is the newest accessory for this reissue, this reprint, this re-release, whatever you want to call it, is this 40th anniversary stand, which looks pretty cool. I like the quality. It's basically like a sticker, to be honest, which is a little disappointing, but it also feels kind of good and it looks kind of good. So I guess I'll forgive him for that. But overall, I think it looks great. I do have one complaint, and it is that unless I missed it, it doesn't come with the plastic, you know, stick that comes out to grip the figure. So it comes with these removable hexagons, which if you already have some Tamashii Nation stands, you know, you take those off, you put the plastic stick on it, which has the grip to hold the figure. This didn't come with it. I don't understand how. Is not gonna cost you extra. You know what, a couple cents more just to include that? Which, I mean, I kept looking at my package. I was like, maybe I missed it somewhere, but yeah, I mean, you're just meant to, like on the box here, just have him standing up without anything grabbing him, which just seems a little cheap on their end. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna defend it. It wouldn't have hurt them to include something like that. I mean, but I guess. But overall, I mean, I do think it looks nice, but I just wish they would have included that extra thing that wouldn't have cost them that much. But yeah, he looks cool just standing on his stage. Like, pretty cool. And I don't know if it was coincidence or not, but I just love how the stage is purple and he's purple. I think it looks really cool. It was a nice choice. But yeah, anyways, that's it for the accessories. So now we're going to jump into the review part of the video. And as always, we're going to start with articulation. So at the bottom here, the foot rotates 360. You're able to bend down, able to bend up. You have a nice ankle rocker side to side if the foot doesn't pop out. And then you have your knee that bends pretty good. Honestly, I thought it was going to be a little constrained, but he actually bends quite a bit. So that's pretty nice. You have a thigh swivel. The leg is able to rotate out this way. It's able to kick forward. It's able to kick backwards. And then, you know, it's a ball peg there, so you could like rotate it any way you want. He does have a really good ab crunch, like extremely good. Like he could get down there. And then he's able to bend down 90 degrees, which is what you want to see. And then you have the upper torso here, so you could bend to the left, bend to the right, front, back, anything you want. You have these shoulder pad things, which I wouldn't really say they're articulated, but it does seem to be on a little peg here, so you could move it side to side a little bit. However, it does not allow the shoulder to rotate that much. You know, it gets in the way, and if you touch it too much, the purple might rub off on the white, so I would just avoid it. But yeah, you're not able to rotate the shoulder 360. However, you are able to move it outward quite a bit. As you can see, this shoulder pad moves along with it. And in terms of moving inward, let's see, you don't really get the best shoulder articulation, to be honest. But as far as the bicep, rotate 360. You're able to bend at the elbow here over 90 degrees, rotate 360 on the wrist, and it's on a ball peg, so you can move it inward, outward. The head is able to rotate 360 pretty easily, I'd say, if the face doesn't fall out. And then you're able to look down, look up, and the usual side to side. And as far as the tail, like I mentioned, it is on a ball peg, so you're able to move it inward, outward, rotate it any way you like. Same thing over here, rotate, move inward, outward. So of course the tail is gonna add additional articulation. So if I'm being honest, all the joints also do feel very smooth. Like I didn't have any trouble with any of the joints, like any clicking or anything like that, which I really appreciate. So this would have been an easy 5 if it wasn't for the shoulders. Honestly, if the shoulders could rotate 360 with the added articulation of the tail, this would have been a 5. However, I gotta give it a 4. As far as accuracy goes, I mean, if one thing Tamashii Nations does right is get the accuracy right, so this is an easy 5. Price to plastic ratio, for $90, you're getting a pretty big, awesome figure. You're getting only 2 faces. You're getting a couple of different hands. You're getting another set of feet. And you're getting the stand without the plastic holder, which I don't get it. $90 still seems a bit steep, to be honest, so I can't give it that much of a good grace there, so I'm gonna give it a 3. In terms of scale, I mean, here I have Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku right next to this guy. As you can tell, he's massive, which is very accurate to me. I don't know his exact height, but I do remember him being very massive, so that's going to be a 5. As far as shelf presence, I mean, I alluded to it earlier in the video already. This guy looks incredible, especially with his purple 40th anniversary stand. I can't give it anything less than a 5 because this guy's just going to look amazing in any shelf, in any diorama. Everything just looks incredible about him, so yeah. Easy 5. So overall, Cooler Final Form 40th Anniversary Edition gets a cumulative score of 4.4 out of 5, making it an incredible figure. Now, he does look amazing, like I keep saying. However, he is let down a bit by his price. I really did not like how they cheapened out on not including that little plastic figure holder. I didn't like that at all. And then, of course, the articulation is only a bit hindered on the shoulder. With that being said, make sure you head over to DBZSHFIGS.com. Go to the Amazon deals tab to check out all the latest and best deals on Amazon for Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts. Also, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. Like I said, it really helps the channel. I really appreciate you, and I hope you have a nice rest of your day.